Hi, thanks for watching this video. I'm Farhad Setna. I'm a solo practitioner immigration attorney in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. The topic of this short video is the new directive from USICE under the great President Donald J. Trump, telling all foreign students who are in the United States and are starting the fall semester 2020 suddenly on July 6th that they need to leave the United States if they are taking only online classes. What is this madness? That's exactly what it is. It's madness. Why is it being implemented? To force universities to reopen, even though the Centers for Disease Control and all the experts unanimously agree that there is no reason to bring people in together, keep them in tight confined spaces, that is classrooms, and subject them to catching the dreaded COVID-19 virus. This is from a president who lacks any sense whatsoever, even sense to wear a simple face mask to respect the people around him. This is the man who talks about making America great again. How do we make America great again? Let's kick out all those wonderful foreign students who are researching and writing and coming up with inventions and collaborations. And let's kick them out so that we can make a point that we're making America great again. How, Mr. Trump, are you making America great again? I'd like to know. Well, let's get away from the political aspect for now, because all this is political drama created by Trump to drum up support among his base. Let's look at the legality. Can Trump do this? The answer is, as the executive, Trump has some limited authority over immigration. But can he specifically order people either to take classes or leave the country? That's something else that is in dispute. Already, universities like Harvard and MIT have sued the federal government. And they're saying, you can't do this. You're violating the Administrative Procedures Act. It's a wonderful, strong law that requires the government to go through several steps before it can change regulations or impose these kinds of burdensome requirements. Number two, as foreign students, my advice is this. If your school has even 1 or 2 classes that are offered in person, sign up for those classes. That way, if you're taking even 1 class according to ICE's directive, you're eligible to be in this country, even if all your other classes are online. So that's one easy fix. And I'd really hope that universities, recognizing this issue, create at least 1 class which they can offer in person with safe social distancing in order to allow foreign students an avenue of remaining in the USA. So that's one option. The second option is this. The regulation has to actually be published. And in order to be published, there has to be a notice and comment period. All that is going to take time. By the time the regulation actually is published and goes into effect, it could be October or November of this year. Keep this in mind, students. You have 60 days grace period to leave the United States, which means you could conceivably complete the entire fall semester before you have to leave if the regulation is upheld by the courts. Remember that. The regulation might even be struck down entirely by the courts. Okay? Number 3, another possibility is this, that as a student, assume that your school has absolutely no classes that are online, that are in person. So there's no option for you to take an in-person class and take the rest of your classes online. Assume that's the scenario. In that case, once again, the regulation won't be final, let's say till October or November of this year. That means you can keep on going to school quite happily online. And then you still have 60 days grace period to leave the United States. So you leave the USA and go back home if you have to. Finally, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, there is an election in November. And even though you as a foreign student cannot vote, ask all your friends, all your colleagues who are US citizens, if they're going to stand up for this anti-immigrant nonsense coming out of the White House. If they're not willing to stand up for this nonsense, if they're not willing to say Trump is right, if they're willing to say Trump is wrong, encourage each and every person to go and vote in November. Let's kick this idiot out of the White House and let's restore some sanity and some decency to American political discourse and the treatment of immigrants like yourselves, like me, like my clients. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best and stay tuned for any updates on this channel, US Immigration Guide. I'm attorney Farhad Setna, and thanks for watching. Take care.